Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a hot minute since I've done a review, and I do apologize for that. The content has been a little bare lately, simply mainly due to the fact that really not a whole lot has really come out, and I haven't really picked up too much of anything over the last few weeks until this little number came in the mail today. This is a combination between Broadsides mods and Purge. This is the Broadside brizo with the Purge 25. I believe it's the Carnage 25, but I could be wrong on that. I'll just kind of go over a little bit of everything that it comes with. Comes in a massive case, like a giant eyeglass case. Get a couple of spare pouches, some spare parts for the button housing, which I will go over, and then some spare parts for the RDA, and then a certificate that comes with it, all inside this giant pouch. Now, I know some people think that it's a little bit of a silly color, but I purposely bought this not only because it's a really good mod and I wanted another Sidefire mod, but also because of the paint job. I love this paint job. It's called Vice, and it's just fucking beautiful. Now, a little bit to go over the mod. It's, let's see if I can put it in comparison. It's about the exact same size as the Vert. The mod and the RDA side by side, roughly. You know, maybe just a hair. Oh no, roughly the same. This is not the drip tip that it comes with. It comes with. Let's see if I can find it in this mess. Comes with an Ultram drip tip. This drip tip is a DHD drip tip that I picked up off of Coil Turd. He has a couple different colors. I also picked one up in slime green. I don't know how well you can pick that up, but yeah, I saw those and I knew I had to have one. But it originally comes with the Delrin drip tip. And it is just one hell of an awesome mod. Let me re-drip here. Quick second. So yeah, it comes with a Purge RDA, the PRG 25, which has a deck very similar to the Carnage deck. Two massive pulse holes, or two posts with two massive flathead screws, and you lift them up, and then you can just pop in your leads. I put in my leads, and then I clipped them, and then I took it out, I put in the other one, clipped those, and then I just kind of maneuvered them on top of each other, kind of like Scissor Sisters. And this is the top cap. Just two Cyclops style airflows on each side. There's no AFC. Look on the inside. It's all brass. It's pretty nice. And then I will go over the button here, because when I first got it, it wouldn't fire for me, and I thought that I had done something wrong. You know, I took the RDF and I put it on a regulated mod, put it on, make sure my ohms came out to 0.1, which is what I run everything at, all my mechanicals. So this is your switch. That is your contact, a little silver piece right there, and it is reverse threaded. And what you do basically is, mine was a little stiff, and it's to make up for your battery rattle. So at first it's probably going to be a little stiff, so I took a pliers and I gently gripped it, and I was able to twist it, and you use that to make up for your battery rattle. And then you have this Delrin, or this little, I believe it's a piece of Delrin or whatever it might be. Basically it's a little insulator disc. And then you have your button. Your button's really smooth. I mean, it feels just lovely. And then you can twist it all the way out for basically a full throw. And then you twist it all the way in here. So it's right up against the mod. It goes in just a touch, but it won't fire. Now it's locked. It's a locking mechanism, which I think is really cool, especially on side fire mods. The locking mechanism is always just A+. Now, on the inside, you can see there's no coating or anything. It's all just one solid copper or solid brass, and then you can take off the bottom here. Let me find my little tweezers here. I'll take off the bottom here and I'll show you how the firing mechanism works. Basically, you just got to get it loose, and then you just take your finger, and hopefully it'll do what you want. Doesn't always do that. Because yeah, when I first got it, it wasn't firing. It's because the battery rattle adjustment, the contact was a little too low, and I had some battery rattle, and I'm like, oh no, it's not working. So then this is just the bottom piece, just one solid piece, and there's venting. So I run the battery positive side down because that's where the venting is. And this is the inside of the contact. So you can see your switch up at the top, and then you press down, and it's kind of a little O-ring mechanism that holds it in place. That kind of keeps, the distance, and then you put pressure, it spreads those two, and then it makes contact. And you can take that part out for cleaning. There's just some of the screws. You can just take them out. There's like 4 screws if you want to take it all apart and clean it, which I'm not going to do on camera. It, I don't know, seems a little overkill, which plus I haven't even had this mod for 24 hours, so it doesn't need to be cleaned yet. But when that time comes, then perhaps I'll throw it up on a video. And then you can just thumb tighten it. That's what I was just doing right there. And then, yep, you run battery positive down because your venting is at the bottom. And because of how the switch is, it's actually a very short, for the threading, it's very short threads, and the threads are super smooth. Probably some of the smoothest threads I've ever had on a mod. But you can hear there's a little bit of rattle. And then you just take it out, readjust. Now it's reverse threaded, so clockwise takes it out, and then counterclockwise turns it back in. And I run 30 keys in almost everything, except for some of these bad boys. Yeah, it's a great mod. I mean, I really have little to no complaints. If there's any complaint that I would have is that there's no adjustable AFC. That would really be my only complaint about the whole mod in itself, because it tends to be a little whistly. Just, unless you, barely, just. But even then, it's whistly. That's what happens with Cyclops style airflows. Let's see here. It's like with the axial has those Cyclops, and it's also whistly. I think if they made it just a touch bigger, it probably wouldn't have been as whistly. But with the way that it hits, it's some you can look into there. I don't know if you can see because of my lighting, but yeah, like that's my coil. It's aimed directly at both coils, so the airflow hits those coils, and you get phenomenal flavor. Really good cloud production. Very minimal voltage drop because of how the switch is held. It's just overall, it's an awesome mod. Definitely probably an 8 to 9 out of 10. I think it would have been cool if the button was also colored the same as the mod, but that's more of just me just nitpicking, you know. Other than the airflow, everything else in the mod is really awesome. I like how everything is coated, everything is coated to match, everything pretty much except for the deck and the inside of the deck and the mod, pretty much in the top cap. But how everything is coated and how it's like blue with pink on top to pink with blue on top. It's, as I said, and I was telling my coworkers, it is to die for, in my opinion. This is definitely, and I haven't even had this mod for 24 hours, and I think it's probably one of the best mods I've ever owned. So yeah, overall, definitely a 8 to 9 out of 10. The only con really being the airflow, which, that's just me and my preference. Not everyone is going to feel the same. I know a lot of purge RDAs they have that same. Look at that, just crackled. They have the same style of airflow. It's basically just one big hole. There's really no adjustment, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I like a little bit of control, but at the same time, then you don't have to worry about lining it up. Like on the Odium, you have to line up the airflow holes just right. But that's just what I like about it. So yeah, it's phenomenal mod. I picked mine up through Fast Eddie's distro, where like Purge mods, it's like their main distribution. I really like how pretty much it's all Purge mods, and then and I wasn't really looking for this at first, and then I'm like, well, what do they have for this? And all they had was this mod, but all the colors they had for it were like fucking amazing, and I'm like, oh my god, that pink and blue one I have to have. So it's, it hits my heart. It fills that little void for X amount of months until something new pops along. But this is definitely going to be a daily banger for me for quite some time. So that is my review for the Broadside Brizo in Purge, the PRG 25 RDA. Definitely an awesome device all around. If you have the opportunity, pick one up. You're going to love it. You're going to like it. Love it, like it. If you like mechs, you'll like this. I figured I'll just give a little update. Hopefully, after tax season rolls around and I'm able to get kind of a lot of my shit in order, I'll hopefully be able to pick up some new devices that I would like to do reviews on. Got some more that I kind of have my eyes on, some Purge mods. I would like to be able to pick some of those up and get them in and do reviews. I know they're a little older. Excuse me. I know this device is a little older. It came out like early last year or even like in 2018, but I'm not 100% sure because I really wasn't super into vaping at the time. So it's up in arms about that. But until then, keep on vaping. We have a lot of fights we have going on right now. We have, in New Jersey, I know that the flavor ban was just passed and they need as much help as they can get. Call their senators, call the people of their house. I'm not huge into those kind of politics, so I do apologize, and I don't need to be chastised for that lack thereof in a sense of advocacy. My state has their own stuff going on, and I try to deal with that as best as I can. I know Washington is struggling right now, but overall, just keep calling people, just keep calling the White House, keep calling your senators and let them know that if they don't support vaping, if they don't support vaping, we don't support them. And until then, keep on vaping, everybody. Peace.